there's a tendency to just flat out overthink all of this. And you could go sit in a comfortable place and just watch the waves washing in and out. And in your quiet observation of the evidence of that well-being, that beautiful scene would tune you, if you stay there long enough to allow it, to the very vibration of well-being that we're in some ways trying to intellectually bring you to. In other words, there are so many things that you could easily do that would tune you to the frequency of well-being. And that really is the emphasis that we're wanting to give you in response to all of this. If you will just leave here deciding that you want to feel good, and by good it might be peaceful, by good it might be excited, by good it might be clear-minded. You get to decide in the moment what it is. But if you will just chill out and just sit still and just quiet your mind more, and then consciously acknowledge the good feeling that you have as the resistance lifts off of you. And you'll do a little bit of that every day. It's why so many teachers teach meditation. We would rather see you in a state of appreciation than in a state of meditation. But whether you call it appreciation or meditation or contemplation, just find soft, gentle, good-feeling things and spend more time thinking about them. In other words, there's a tendency to believe that chatter, 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 conversation, Mom, look at this, look what's going on in the world, look, this happened over here and this happened over here, that her attention to that would be better for her than her quiet contemplation. But it isn't. And you may leave here and tell all of your friends that you came to a seminar where someone tried to talk you into early dementia. And it is sort of kind of what we're going for here. In other words, when you sit in quiet contemplation, there will be a lot of people around you that will worry about you. What happened in that meeting? What happened? You used to be interesting to talk to. You used to talk politics to me. You used to talk about things that are wrong. You used to really get fired up about the school board meeting. You used to be worried about all kinds of things, and now you just want to sit and look at the ocean. I think you've got Alzheimer's. I really do. I think something's really wrong with you. But they won't think that for long, because your vortex is so full of things, just like your mother's vortex was full of her making her transition, you see.
Yes.
And she was on her way comfortably to that. You are all in the right place at the right time. We just think that on your way, in other words, when you're in the, if you can accept that you're in the right place at the right time all of the time, no matter what's going on, because contrasts might be happening, it might be contrasts that you're giving birth to, it might be, you might be in the state of asking, or you might be in the state of allowing. All of it is part of this wonderful process of expansion and evolution that we are all about all the time anyway. So as you accept that you can't get it wrong and that you never get it done, but you put just a little more emphasis on that quiet contemplation, on wanting to achieve for yourself this emotional grid. Go for the emotional manifestation. It's our promise to you that as you do more of that, the things that are on your things to do today list will take care of themselves. The things that have been on your goal list for a while will begin coming into place. And the thing that we like most about having a conversation like this is that as those things happen, you will know without any question at all that they are coming in response to the grid that you created. So we've been talking for a while about the specifics of your life sometimes get you out of whack, and that if you could go general when you are having a negative experience, that in that generalness you will feel better right away. This is exactly what we're talking about, but we're talking about it from a deliberate point of view, not from a trying to get out of an emotional state that doesn't feel good. But when you are, you see, genius is just attention to a subject. So when you focus on anything, law of attraction will bring you more information about it, whether you want it or not, whether it's something that you want to experience or not. Attention to the subject always activates a vibration within you, creates a grid that will fill in. So you could have a conversation with a friend about not enjoying flying because it is uncomfortable because of what's going on with the security checking. And as you activate that vibration within you, now next time you're there, unless you've done something in order to bring that back around, you're going to have an experience. The grid is going to fill in with that. And when it happens, we want you to revel. We want you to revel in the understanding that you created a vibrational, emotional grid that law of attraction will fill in for you. So, doesn't it make sense? Can you feel how backwards so many of the people you know have been approaching physical experience? Where you've been trying to manipulate and manage the outcomes or the manifestations, and you've been looking for emotional responses to those outcomes, when all along, all you had to do was conjure an emotional center or core. And law of attraction and universal forces that we don't have time or words to even begin to define or describe will move into place, where all things, all providence, all power, all benefit, all well-being just circles and flows and points out to you. And the best part of this conversation is that now you're going to see it as it happens.